need to make one video at least, since I'm going to probably be busy for the next couple of days. Trying to cover as much as I can about this show. Oh man. AEW's big pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, decided to go WrestleMania 35 on us. And I mean, that literally, it ended at 12:40, so I soldiered on. I shouldered through. Let's say I don't try on this. And I shouldered through WrestleMania 35. If anyone wants to say I'm an AEW fanboy, I went through WrestleMania 35, and that was difficult. I feel sorry for everyone who had to be there for that long at WrestleMania 35. I feel sorry for everyone who had to be at Double or Nothing for that long. Man, for the viewers at home, they can at least say, well, we can watch the replays tomorrow. Or in other cases, I could get up and do something and just wait for the match to end to get to the match I want to see. They can at least do that. For the fans, you're stuck there all the way through, or else you'll feel like you wasted your money for nothing. And I know people left WrestleMania 35 because they've told me in some group chats before the past where they left the show halfway after Kofi Kingston won because the show was just too long. Oh man. And there was a lot of ground to cover. But the big main event was Hangman Adam Page versus CM Punk for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. This was built for weeks of Punk and Hangman, of Hangman having beef with Punk, probably continuing the story of Eddie Kingston. At the moment I talk about Eddie Kingston, when I get to that match, it's gonna be a doozy. Man. I'm watching this, and the way they went about this match, like after everything that happened, here's the thing I'm gonna say. I'll give AEW this. I think this is the part where I'm going to just say it. Like, they went overboard with the amount of matches, and they explained that the reason why is because Tony Khan explained he went overboard was because of the whole sports event going on also with Double or Nothing. But in terms of he went overboard with that. But in terms of how he placed the matches together and the cards, I feel like he did a lot better with this than he did with Revolution. Because whereas Revolution died after Punk and MJF's match, it starts off hot, it ends very hot. Like, you got a good groove going with the crowd with consistency. So I'll give credit for that. I'll give credit to Tony Khan, he's improving on the match card placements. Now learn to never do this long format again. I get they have 4 pay-per-views a year and I'm willing to tolerate on certain occasions, but damn. Even the last Double or Nothing didn't last that long. And that was like ending at 11, I think. But Punk and Hangman Page tore it down in this main event. It was it was one of the top 3 matches of the night. And that's saying a lot. And there were some 4 top matches on here. It's hard to really say which one was the best one for me. Honestly, it could go either way for every one of them. But Hangman Page and CM Punk went to war in a psychologically based thriller match. And when I was watching this match, I realized, I think I know where they're going with this. I think I know where they're going with this. Because there was inklings that Punk was going to be the one that dethrones the Hangman Page. And it really could have went either way, I feel like. But and considering what's gone on with MJF, I get the feeling that was also going to be a factor into this match. Because if you want to get Hangman and Punk, if you want MJF to be the champion, it has to be Hangman or Punk, and it could have gone either way. But now with MJF's situation still iffy on that subject, I don't know where they're going to go with that. but the lengths that this match had to do to try and compete with all these other matches, and they are, and everyone at their apex at this point. A lot of these talented wrestlers are at their apex. Some are able to get carried enough at certain ages, like the Hardys, to get a good match, and there's just enough protection going on for in terms of hiding their weaknesses or aging bodies, like what happened in a certain Anarchy match. But when I saw the moment where Hangman faces temptation to strike down CM Punk during this matchup, and let me just point this out, that I think this was going for a more psychological game than it was going for balls to the wall insanity. They already had a match for that. Or athleticism to the extreme, which was the triple threat tag team match. Or the six-man trios match of the House of Black. House always wins. But it's just, when I saw this, I was enjoying it. I know it's dark on the camera because this belt's really heavy in terms of the lighting effects, but take it what you will. I was really paying attention to this match, and Punk, you gotta learn, don't do the buckshot lariat ever again, because clearly, I don't know, this is the part where things get a little iffy regarding Punk and the buckshot lariat. Was he botching or was he selling? I can't tell, honestly, with how they focus so much on the leg. And Hangman does the GTS, which was awesome. Only match until Kenta comes calling. So, yeah. But Punk ultimately, built Goldie. But ultimately, Hangman is faced with a choice. He was so obsessed trying to stop Punk from taking over All Elite Wrestling, for reasons that probably were based off of Eddie Kingston's viewpoint, that he lost sight of what he was defending. And Hangman faces temptation. He gives in to whether or not to use this belt when the referee is knocked out and strike down Punk. And then I was like, I'm thinking NXT, but there is another match I'm thinking of because they've done this so many times with CM Punk, FTR, and they seemingly are doing it again. Bret Hart. Rowdy Piper has a bell. He does strike down Bret Hart, but he stops himself, realizing what he's done, and tries to go out with honor. Honor! 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 And Hangman does the same. I'm thinking sometimes of NXT with Sami Zayn and Neville back in the day. Man, that was glorious days of wrestling before things went to hell. When the call-ups happened, but you get my point. But to see this moment of temptation and his conflicting emotions, and Punk's not even like doing the flipping the bird trying to get to him, he's like, stop, man, don't do this kind of vibe. He was doing the timeout sign. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a callback, considering Paul Heyman taught him how to time out during a match when he was in OVW. Long, complicated story there regarding why Paul Heyman was in a developmental place that wasn't really given that much investment at the time. But you get what I'm saying. I see this as a psychological based match. Psychology is involved more in this than it was in all the other matches. The first match of the night was a big payoff match. The other was a comedy match, which was glorious. And that was the pre-show buy-in. The rest of the night was just like, we gotta keep shooting. We made a blank, shooting, blank, shooting. So fun night. But yeah, it's just so maddening. But Hangman doesn't takes the easy way out. He goes down swinging with honor. Honor! The code of honor still burns bright from Ring of Honor. And Punk delivers the GTS and becomes the new All Elite Wrestling Heavyweight Champion of the mother effing world. Yes! He's crying, he's like emotional, because if you really think about it, the last time he won a championship in wrestling, it was... oh god, it's been... if I'm correct, he hasn't had a long title run. He hasn't had a title around his waist since he lost the WWE Championship to The Rock, and that was 434 days. So yeah, he hasn't won a championship added to his collection since I think 2012, when he defeated eBay wrestler who is a monster in many aspects, and I will not say his name. He went through two names, Patron, and I won't say the other, but he was kicked out of a big AAA show because of everything that's come out about the guy. But now it's curious as to know where Punk goes from here with this belt, where Hangman goes from here with his loss of the title. I don't know what the payoff is, because like, if you told me what was the payoff months prior, I would say it's MJF. He's going to get the crown. He's going to get the crown. Punk's going to have a transitional run, and MJF is the person that's going to take the belt off. And then we could give it to Eddie Kingston next year. That was my hope. But now, with all this stuff going on with MJF and all the dispute going on, and we don't know what the end goal with MJF is in terms of his contract status and what he's going to do. I don't know what the end game's going to be on that front. But I still am on the belief Punk could last to at least All Out or Full Gear. It's probably more All Out likely, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to stretch it to Full Gear with his run. I don't see him hiding into next year as champion. That's my prediction, at least. Like, wow. And I'm curious to know who's going to be the next. Like, Hangman could probably fight him again. Mox was the first guy in AEW to do a rematch match for the title. Chris Jericho never did. That's saying something. But with Eddie Kingston's story going on, I'll comment that when I talk about that big match. Oh god, that was so wacko. Like, it was like Tony Khan was like, okay, I'm mad, I'm psychotic, I probably snorted up too much drugs. We need to think bigger. Sir, bigger! And long and behold, we got the anarchy in the arena match. And now I'm pretty sure GCW is thinking, we'll actually destroy the arena for our next big show. So yeah, CM Punk has ended the dream of the cowboy shit. And, well, let's see how short may he reign. And how long short may he reign as champion in this year, and we'll see where that goes. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. The WrestleVerse presents Hangman Adam Page versus CM Punk, AEW Double or Nothing 2022. So if you like, comment, subscribe, check out my content in the description. Check out my other content and donate to my Patreon if you wish. And stay tuned for more. I'll see y'all next time. Peace and take care. I am going to bed.